Well, we're joined on the line by Kostiantyn Yelisieiev, who's Ukraine's ambassador to the European Union. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Do you have any information about what is happening with Ukraine government troops in Debaltseve?
Yes, indeed. First of all, thank you very much. Heavy fighting is still going on the ground in Debaltseve, which is a very important railway transport hub. And see on the example of Debaltseve, we see a cynical and deliberate violation by Russia and Russian-backed separatists of recently agreed Minsk arrangements.
So it is not the case that the Ukraine government is pulling its troops back out of the town?
Of course not, because we do believe that ceasefire should be observed without any condition and along the contact line which had been established in the Donbass between Ukrainian governmental forces and Russian-backed terrorists.
But it's one thing to believe something, but the reality on the ground, as we know, is rather different. And the rebels are claiming that they recently were claiming that they controlled 80% of the city, and then we've had these reports that government troops are pulling out. Are you saying that that is not true?
No, I'm saying that, again, heavy fighting is going on the ground, and we still calling upon the international community, the European Union, to exert the pressure on Kremlin leadership to stop fighting and to observe unconditionally Minsk agreements.
Okay, so you haven't effectively given up the town yet. Is it, though, you're feeling that it will only be a matter of time, given the way that the fight has been going?
You see, at this point of time, I don't want to prejudge further developments of the situation on the ground. But once again, on the example of Debaltseve, Russia is trying to put under the question the Minsk arrangement, which was agreed on with the help of the EU leadership, and that's why all stakeholders should bear responsibility for proper implementation of Minsk agreement, including the European Union, and that's why we call upon once again the German side, France, to immediately call upon President Putin to influence Russian-backed terrorists and immediately stop fighting.
There has been, as you'll know, lots of criticism of President Putin, not least from America, who's accused Russia of violating the agreement. President Putin talks about still being optimistic and suggesting that really pointing perhaps to Debaltseve being a problem, but elsewhere there being a change on the ground. One suggestion, of course, is that you allow Debaltseve to fall and that will be it. Yes, you lose Debaltseve, but you create a situation on the ground where the rebels are satisfied with what they have.
You see now under the question the overall implementation of Minsk agreement, the fate of Minsk agreement as such. At the same time, Russia still continued to impose alternative values to the European Union and to Ukrainians. They would like to build a new Europe based on hatred, intolerance, fanatism, and promoting terrorism.
How do you see this playing out? If things don't change, if this ceasefire, this Minsk agreement doesn't hold, and it doesn't look thus far as though it has, what will happen next?
First of all, we need to try to use all our efforts, all influences, not only Ukraine, by the way, but the United States of America, the European Union leadership, on Russian leadership, on Kremlin leadership, to stop fighting and to observe unconditional Minsk arrangements. If it will not be the case, of course, we need to talk about the plan B. And in my view, maybe it's high time for the European Union to think about the possibility to establish EU military operation in the Donbass.
Well, Kostiantyn Yelisieiev, thank you very much for talking to us.